Hi, yeah, so record store day yesterday, which seemed like a ideal opportunity for me to do a little run through of what I got. I know there's a lot of negative stuff about record store day, but all I can see from the outside looking in is a lot of shops doing really, really well, and having more footfall in a day than they probably get in 2 months. So, admittedly, some of the releases are pointless, should we say? If they're pointless and you don't buy them, it really isn't a problem, is it? But there's a lot of good stuff year on year. I get a good haul. Some of it I don't need, but it fills gaps in collections. Other stuff, is a must-have. I think I've been doing them. I've been attending them every year since it commenced, which I can't remember when it was 2003, 4, 5, something like that. And I've done the queuing. I've done the queuing outside Piccadilly Records at 3 in the morning. I've done the staying out at night, having a few beers, go to a club, and then ended up in the queue, and then the hangover kicks in. I don't do that anymore. I just turn up as and when, and intend to get everything I want. So, as was the case yesterday, called it at Tasty Records in Altrincham. Cracking shop. Jess does a great job there. But the queue was huge, and it's just a tiny shop, and I just didn't feel like queuing. So I went, and there's a few things they didn't have that I wanted, so I thought I'd go straight into Manchester, Piccadilly Records, straight in. It's about 11:30, 12 o'clock. Queue for 10 minutes, handed my listing, came back, missing 3 things, went round the corner to another shop, got one of them, went to see Jess at Tasty Record today, got the other, so I'm only missing 1. So let's see what I got. Okay, here we go. So, the one I was missing, which I went to get from Jess today, was first ever issue on vinyl of Analog by Aha. It's a decent album, there's some good stuff on it. They've got a 2 CD with loads of extra stuff coming out as well. I think that's just landed. Cracks were starting to appear around this one though, so it's not my favourite album, but nice to have it on record. So snap that up, 2,500 copies, so they'll all be pretty much gone. I wasn't going to buy this, but I went for it anyway. Air, Moon Safari, the Athens concert. And this, which I forgot all about, a tribute to Fleetwood Mac. You've got some new pornographers are on here, who I really like. Karen Elson's on here. The Kills, MGMT, Entrance Band. There's Lee Ronaldo. So I'm intrigued to see what their interpretations of some of these songs, and some of my favourite songs are on here as well. I like Future Games, which is like from that sort of forgotten period, early 70s. Sister the Moon's, I love that. Gold Dust Woman, one of my favourite songs ever. Silver Springs, another classic. Tusk, Green Man Alicia. All good, so I'm looking forward to that. Give that a bit of a go. While I was in there as well, I picked up a Jefferson Airplane album that I didn't have, nice and cheap. But I think Marty had just left at this point, so I've no idea what it's like, I've not heard it. But it's a nice original, it's the Indianapolis press with an insert as well, so that's a nice addition. While I was in there as well, I got a mono pressing of Disraeli Gears as well. It's a bit beaten up, the record, but 20 quid, no problem. Happy to bit of surface noise for that. Sleeves a decent nick. So that's a shout out to Jess at Tasty Records. Great work as always. We're currently negotiating on Aphrodite's Child. We'll see. So what did I get from Piccadilly Records yesterday? Let's do this in stages here. Okay. My word, they're all falling down. 1 second. Okay, here we go. So, How Gelb, Confluence, and I had it on CD. And this is a decent solo album from the man from Giant Sand. Well, the man he is Giant Sand, really. It's got Blue Marble Girl on it, which I really like. Same Conformity. There's another song on here that's a really good song. Sputter as well. Yeah, so that's a decent album. Fire Records tend to reissue a lot of his stuff, so I was happy with that. This is a similar vein. This is the Giant Syndicate, and this is three of my favourite artists who all got together to play at the Earth Theatre in London. And I was thinking of going, it was a couple of years ago, and I didn't. So it involves Hal Gelb, Kristin Hirsch, and Steve Wynn of the Dream Syndicate with Jason Victor as well, who's his sort of sideman. And there's the songs on it. Tell Me When It's Over, That's What You Always Say, Dream Syndicate, and Amphetamine, which is my favourite Steve Wynn song. So I can't wait to hear how they do that. Then Trickle Down System, which is obviously a classic Giant Sand song. Then they do a cover of Lust for Life, and When the Levee Breaks. I think that could be fantastic. Three of my favourite artists, all basically all playing some each other's songs. I don't know if there was any. I don't know what they played over the course of the whole evening. I'm not sure, but these are the ones that have been recorded for release. Grateful Dead. The Back Porch, Volume 3. It helped me to listen to 1 and 2, which I've got, and I started listening to them. It's really cool. Really cool. The Boss. Asbury Park. And the reviews I've seen of this so far, it's a cracking pressing, and it's a great set. This, you need to set a night aside for this. It's a good 3-hour gig, I think. So I need to strap myself in. So I'll let you know how that goes. Where's my cup of tea? 1 sec. Show off my Stereolab mug. Right, what else have we got? You'd think that'd be it, wouldn't you? No. I don't need this. Pink Floyd Live 75. I've got the Wish You Were Here box set, which has got this gig, which was the bootleg gig, which Stephen Wilson's tidied up. And it came as a DVD audio, Blu-ray audio, I think it was. So I don't need it. I clearly need it, so there we go. Wire, Read and Burn, only releases a CD. Read and Burn 3, this one. I kind of sort of dip in and out of Wire, but sometimes I find that their music sort of captivates me and I'm in. And then other times it just washes past me. Funny band with me, but I always go back to them, so I thought it wasn't expensive, that as well. Suede, coming up at the BBC, which basically is the album recorded. Evening Session, Reading Festival, Roskilde. Basically split over those 3 gigs. That's just going to sound good because it generally does with Suede. Antidepressants, demos, possibly unnecessary. Suede do cash in a bit on Record Store Day, but then I always buy it, so they obviously know what they're doing. Not unsurprisingly, Grateful Dead box set, another one to add to the millions I've got. It's a 5 LP, limited edition, 7,600, and it is from the Boston Music Hall, June 76. I was a mere 5.5 months old, so I couldn't make that one, so nice to have it. These are always pretty good. I mean, the thing is, I've got that many of them, it's hard to say which one's my favourite. Everyone always says there's like 2 or 3 that people always say these are the pivotal, but then sometimes the other gigs just hit me and that's great. It depends what kind of mood you're in. But that will no doubt be an evening session. This one, The Chills, Sunburn, I actually didn't have this album, so Fire Again have reissued this, so I'm quite pleased with this. I've got most of their stuff, but I haven't got this one, so no, I haven't. That's good. Fire Again, coming to fore with another one of my favourite psychedelic bands, Bardo Pond. Seen these live a few times, not for a while. I don't think they're touring, not very active at the moment, but And this is volume 6. What it tends to be is basically they're just jams, heavy long jams, and they press record and then release it, and I think they're great. So again, inexpensive, but they released them all as CDRs, and they're really hard to get hold of. So this was one I didn't have. So all good there. This, which I had on CD before. Yeah, I had on CD, first time on vinyl. Sir Jeff. If anyone doesn't know, I did see him live, Glastonbury '95. I was asked to go and watch him before that on tour, and I said no. Kicking myself. There you go. And the last couple, Uncle Neil, the Chrome Hearts. This was live, bit disappointed not going to be able to see him this year. He was supposed to be playing in Manchester and he's cancelled the whole European tour, which is a shame, but hopefully he'll come back over, but he'll be around forever. It's a pretty cool set list though, nice mix of old and new. Cortez the Killer on there, Vampire Blues, After the Gold Rush, Ohio, Harvest Moon, so yeah. Never have enough Neil. And then the last one was Cooler Shaker with the Good Money remix. I think it's a Jack's Cooler remix. Yeah. New album's amazing. Saw them live recently. Really, really good. Still just as good as they always were. Just quality, sort of late 60s, early 70s style. English psychedelic. More rock than pop, I would say now. They're still great, and they seem, when I watched them, I thought they were enjoying themselves immensely. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's another album, in the next 18 months or so with these guys. They seem to be on a bit of a roll. So yeah, so that was it. That was everything I picked up. What I'm going to do, just a little shout out to Midge's Vinyl Jams. Thanks for and Jack and Vinyl Voyage and Vinyl Stockholm, all three guys. A little bit of interaction, which was lovely. I subscribed to all three and avidly watching Jack's Vinyl Voyage. I'm sat doing the quizzes on my own, trying to beat whoever wins. I've managed it once, but that's really a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm enjoying their channel. So if you don't subscribe to them, I would recommend Midge's Vinyl Gems. I'm also the man with a hat, Midge. So just so you know, as well as yourself. And I'll come back and I'm hoping to do something, either going to be the Vertigo Swirl stuff next, or I might do a bit of a mini room tour when I've set everything else up. So we'll see. But in the meantime, take care.